The West Indies versus Australia series is being marred by umpiring decisions. In the first test at Barbados, you saw how it impacted the West Indies. It also impacted Australia, but to a lesser extent. But in Grenada, it seems as if the tables have turned and Australia are either on the receiving end or are benefiting from it. But in both cases on day 2 yesterday, Travis Head was the beneficiary for it and was the beneficiary against it also. Because the first major bone of contention was this particular delivery. He edged it. The keeper seemed to have taken a good catch. But again, was the ball grounded? That is one thing which the umpires had to establish. After a lot of replays, they confirmed that the ball was handled well. It was under the fingers. And that is why Travis Head was given his marching orders. The same thing had happened with an Alex Carey also. When Alex Carey took the catch in Barbados, similar doubts had persisted. If you thought that this was the starting point, you will be right. Because when Travis Head was bowling, West Indies had stitched together a frustrating partnership of 15 for the final wicket. And here, of his own bowling, the batter popped up a catch. Travis Head came forward and he took the catch. However, if you look at it, was the ball touching the ground? Now, if you look at the replay, the fingers were underneath the delivery. Both cases, when you look at it, Travis Head was either on the receiving end of it or he got the benefit. In this case, he got the benefit. The umpire gave him out. But yet again, two major things that we would like to point out here. One, these are grabs that have been taken from social media from the screen. So that is why a bit of a foregrounder and a backgrounder is missing in both those cases. The second major problem in cricket, which it may not be able to tackle, the cameras are placed at a certain angle and it doesn't take into account the parallax error. If you get the fingers underneath the delivery, when some will say the ball is still touching the ground, that is just happening because of the parallax error. And that is why, because the cameras are placed at such an angle, the third umpire will have to rely on the visual evidence that has been given. But on both instances, the umpires will have to ensure, especially the third umpire, not the on-field umpires. The third umpires are in question this time around. With all the technology available to them in the room that they are they making the right decisions? Yet again, West Indies, Australia, umpiring, it spilled over from Barbados into Grenada. And the situation of the match is such, 45 runs ahead Australia, but only 8 wickets remaining. These kind of decisions will impact the way how the match goes. Can West Indies win a test against Australia in the West Indies after 22 years? That remains to be seen. Or can Australia win yet another series in the Caribbean? They have been unbeaten there since 1995. So that's why this is going to be an epic day when you look at the second test between West Indies and Australia at Grenada. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.